Hi, this is Rahul Reddy. Along with me is my business partner, Stephen Brown. Stephen, there's been 485 has been getting delayed for a long time. It's been pending for Texas Service Center. Some of them are moving the regional to the regional offices, but still the cases are stuck for a long period of time. And I know that you are the person who solves the problem in our office. Now, what about if my priority date is not current? Can I sue USCIS if it's been pending for a long time?
Not right now. What we have seen success with is cases where the final action date is current and it's been pending for at least a year.
So if the final action date is current and it's been pending for more than 1 year, what do you normally do in that case?
Yeah, so obviously I always recommend people try to take your administrative options, raise the service request or whatever you guys are able to do. I haven't seen them be very fruitful, but they're easy to do. The other option is suing USCIS on these delays when the final action date is current. Again, like I said, we're looking for at least a year, but each individual case is going to be unique and have unique set of facts. So I don't want to give a hard date.
So for example, if it's been pending, 485 has been pending for 1 year and the final action date is current, is the right time to contact you to see if the litigation is a better option.
Absolutely. I think that's the time when we can start deciding is litigation appropriate in this circumstance.
So let's say I have a wife and I have a child. Your litigation includes child and my wife too, or is only for me?
Yes, no, we'll do the family as a group with the primary and the derivatives.
So what's the course of action? Explain it to me. So my 485 has been pending for more than 1 year. Now my final action dates are current and they're still not giving. I might have raised a service request or probably contacted the congressman and they said they'll respond in 60 days. You know how that goes on.
Of course.
So what solution do you offer?
Yeah, so
explain how the process works out.
Absolutely.
When they contact you.
Yeah, so someone has contacted us for litigation on these 485s. We'll have a conversation to determine, one, is litigation right in your set of circumstances? What are the expectations? I think there are some that have misunderstandings of litigation and the litigation process, and I want you to feel comfortable with what it is, what I'm going to do, and what the expectations are. So once you've decided, hey, Stephen, you know what, I want to do it, we'll get you signed up for the case, intake your documents, draft a complaint, I'll send it to you for review. You're the best person that knows your facts, and I'm going to ask you for some, but maybe you want to say, hey, I've got a kid who's sick as well, or whatever it might be, and we're going to make sure you feel comfortable with what we're saying in court. And once we file the case, we'll serve the government within about a week, and once they're served, the government has 60 days to respond to that lawsuit. And during that time, my hope is that they try to resolve it, make a decision on your I-485. If they decide they want to fight it, we're ready for that too. We're not going to give up, and we're going to push all the way through. But my hope is that they try to resolve it.
Have you done any of those things recently, and how is it going on with them?
Yeah, so we started picking up some again in July on these 485 delays, and we saw good results on these cases. Unfortunately, the biggest hindrance was something nobody expected. They used all the visas. And so on September 6th, we get this memo from the Department of State saying, we're out of visas for the fiscal year. And then October 1st, obviously, we have the retrogression issue. And that's redone how we addressed those cases. But for the ones that were current and stayed current, good results.
Won't USCIS retaliate or the government retaliate when you sue the government?
No, I think it's actually pretty unique for the United States system. You have this right or this freedom to sue. And the retaliation thing is a concern everyone has. They don't want to risk their green card just because they sue the government. And a couple of things. One, I think retaliation is likely unlawful if they were to retaliate against you. I've never seen it. I've never seen them deny a benefit specifically because for anything other than a reason that's lawful, a lawful denial. Then I don't even think they're organized enough to retaliate.
I want to admit that I'm a lawyer in India too. No, most of the lawsuits are filed against the government in India. So a lot of people are mistaken. Hey, I want to correct my date of birth. I want to do that. You saw the Indian government too. So a lot of people are under fear. We are in a democratic country, guys, and you don't have to fear. It's going to court is like going to a church or going to a temple. If you want to please the God, that's what people do. So right, you go to temple, church, or you go to masjid. That's what it is. Going to the court is.
And just to put into perspective, our firm has sued on thousands of different cases, denials, delays, whatever it might be. and I've never seen any sort of retaliatory action from the government.
Stephen, previously you said it's not a good idea to sue the USCIS on the adjustment of status of 485 pending. Now you change your story. What happened?
Yeah.
Last 6 months.
So last year, right, we were saying not a good case. And it's changed. One, more time has passed. We're another year into this process, and it's clear they're not taking the appropriate action. We can now show that the retrogression isn't some theoretical fear, that it really impacted people. We've also had some good cases come out with our litigation partners as well and across the U.S. that kind of support these cases. And we've done some more digging. And the big issue was this: they have complete discretion over the 485 program. And the government was arguing that and getting away with it. And what we've started arguing back is that the USCIS created their own requirement to compel a decision. They have to give a decision. And that's where they've gotten rid of the discretion and have to make a decision.
Stephen, what about you? How many people have you taken to the federal court who are stuck in the immigration system? How many people? You look very young, so how many people have you taken?
Yeah, in terms of all of our cases, thousands. At least 1,000 cases in terms of various delays of immigration benefits, denials of immigration benefits.
As a lawyer, Stephen Brown as a lawyer, have taken more than 1,000 cases to the federal court who are stuck in the delays or probably inappropriate denial and also.
Yes. I think that's a low number too.
That's a low number. It's more than 1,000?
I think so.
Okay. And if somebody wants to contact you, what do they need to do?
Yeah, they can send me an email at Steven, STEVEN, at rnlawgroup.com. Of course, our general email, info@rnlawgroup.com. Or you can set up an appointment at appointments.rnlawgroup.com. And all this information is at the bottom of the page as well.
Anything else, Stephen, before you?
No, again, I think the retaliation is the biggest question, and we are not seeing it. It's good to have attorneys that are in your court and can help push back on some of these delays, and let's get you on the right path.
Thank you very much for tuning in.